What's happening, everybody? It's Chris with Home DIY. Today I'm going to be hanging up my TV, and I got a sick-ass floating shelf that I built myself, and I put an epoxy pour on there that I think you're going to really dig. So stay tuned, man. Check this out. So I'm out here goofing around, playing games, watching movies, hitting around in this punching bag, and I gotta have great Wi-Fi signal, and now I do. But I gotta fill up that space, and I thought, gee, maybe I should just put another TV there. That way, when I'm sitting here, I can, play games, watch movies or whatever. But then up here, I can have all my security cameras and everything hooked up, thanks to my UniFi Protect Viewport system I'm going to be hooking up here pretty soon. And I wanted to get crafty too. I wanted to put something in here that was interesting, so it's not just like two TVs and just kind of boring. So I'm going to put right here in the center, I'm going to put a floating shelf, but it's not going to be just any old floating shelf. I'm going to do a really cool epoxy design that looks like the desk that I did earlier. If all your measurements aren't perfect, your project is going to suck. I've always been more of a fan of mocking it up than just measuring it. It just gets it that much more precise. Perfect. Look at that 45. There, look at that. It gives it the illusion that it's a lot thicker than it actually is. Now, I'm just gonna put another French cleat system on the back here like I did my TV and everything, and that way it'll be nice and clean and you won't see any kind of brackets or anything. Merle.
Kitty, what'd you get?
Hey.
I love that lizard.
What's a big lizard, dude?
You just wanted a toy.
All right, so we have all the bond sanded down there. It's nice and smooth. And now we're gonna put on our paint and primer in one. This is gonna give our epoxy something to stick to. Oh, and pardon my disheveled appearance. It's a little warm out here. In case you can't see that, it's 106. Oh, it's so hot. You can kind of see there's all these little boogers and stuff. I'm just using old paint, and when I sand it, it'll all come off and the epoxy will coat everything anyway. Okay, well, we got our shelf, our floating shelf, all ready for the epoxy. I've got it sanded down to give it a nice rough texture. And you can see here with my masking tape, I've created quite a heavy dam there because I got to have it go over the sides, and typically it's only going over about 1 inch, and I've got 3.5 inches here. I'm going to have it level over the side. One thing to keep in mind about epoxy is that it will continue to level over 24 hours. So what I'm going to do is I will place this in here, and I'm going to give it a little time to set until it gets a little bit thicker than a honey consistency. Once that happens, I'll pull the dam off, and the epoxy will just run over the sides, and I'll kind of maintain it and clean it up as we go, and then hopefully it'll look cool. We'll see. So first is our Lux Copper. The Lux seems to be more sparkly than the other ones. Okay, so how we tell if we have the right pigment density, these popsicle sticks have a black font on there, and when I dip it into the epoxy, you can see that the letters are pretty well hidden. Next color. I've been so curious about this color because it's very pretty. This is called Mahogany. We have our old friend here, Battleship Gray. You know, I always sucked at that game, Battleship. I get my ass kicked pretty frequently when I do play it. Now the brighter colors I always like to do in an accent because they are pretty loud, and I do most of my base in a darker color. And you can do equal said colors if you are really wanting to come up with something wild that doesn't make any sense, which is what we're doing today. Y'all ready for this? Give it a good squeeze. No! I knew that was gonna happen. Gotta make sure it's all level. I'm gonna tell you right now that this is not enough epoxy for this. Look at that, that looks really pretty. Okay, and now we're ready to pull the dam off. Hope this thing doesn't get ruined. That'd be a damn shame. All right, here we go. All right, so now we have our initial base coat of epoxy down. We're gonna give it 24 hours and see how everything turns out. Sometimes the epoxy will run a little thin and you can see all your handiwork underneath like screw holes or sanding. So we'll go ahead and give it some time and come back tomorrow and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's the next morning. I went ahead and took the liberty of doing a second epoxy coat on here, and it turned out very, very pretty. Now we have to sand or grind down all of our stalagmites that we have there from the dripping process, and be very careful because these are actually really, really sharp. So I'm just gonna keep it on a soft surface like this because epoxy does have a tendency to scratch really easy, but that's a pretty easy fix because all you have to do is just float another seal coat of epoxy over the top later on and it's as good as new. So anyway, we're gonna take our knife here, see how cool that was, and we're gonna cut these little boogers off, and then we'll be able to take our 220 grit here on our orbital sander and we'll be able to sand this right back down flush with the wood there. Okay, so everything is sanded down. I got all those stalagmites off the bottom and I cleaned up the back so it'll sit all nice and flush on the drywall. And normally I would just repaint this. I was gonna do black, but I really like the exposed wood. I think that looks really nice. So I'm just gonna clean this up like that. That looks very pretty. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna take this inside now and hang it up on the wall and see how good it looks against the black paint. Whoa! It looks great, man. Look at that. Now it's just time for the shelf. I cannot believe how pretty this thing turned out, man. Just absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's get it up there on our French cleat system. How easy is that, man? And I can make more of those and just change them out if I want to. It's so much easier than drilling all kinds of holes. Wow, that's so cool, all the mica powder shimmers like that, and it gives it this really cool highlight. I bet at nighttime this is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. I have to come back out and take some shots of that. Now I got somewhere where I can put like my remotes and my phone or whatever else I need, and I still got enough space to swivel this out. Man, this works out great. Today I want to show you a little unboxing video of the UniFi Protect Viewport, and I couldn't think of a more beautiful place to do this unboxing than this gorgeous wood slab that my buddy at the mechanic shop, Justin, gave me to do some work on. Let's dig in. Very pretty. Big fan of the black packaging. The suspense was killing me. That looks great. Very nice. So we have our PoE and an HDMI at the bottom. So that's going to be what plugs into the TV. And then there's a PoE in. Okay, so PoE in main, and then the secondary. All right, let's see what else. Ubiquiti always has really nice packaging. Okay, so we have our code there and our simple instructions on the back. All right, get this plastic out of here. Ooh, I like that. I like how compact they put that. So this is our mount. And it comes with an HDMI cable already. That's really nice. Plastic drywall anchors. These are the ones that go into the drywall anchors. And then if I were just guessing, the big one looks like it goes in that hole, and the little one looks like it goes in one of those holes. Safety instructions and everything, so we need that. Really excited to get this set up, and I can't wait to use it on my new TV. Let's get at it. So there is a light in the bottom there. I actually installed mine upside down because my HDMI wasn't quite long enough to go underneath, so I just turned it upside down. Look how trippy that is in the reflection. It looks like a hologram. Okay, so let's get this done. That's really a pretty display, by the way. I like how the clouds are floating. It looks like the display on the front of the UDM Pro. I like it. Very spaceman. Okay, so let's add, let's just call it tiny viewport. Why not? Check. One new device has been added. Oh! Dude! Wow! That is so cool, man. I feel like a jeweler or something, like I'm in the back room, or like maybe I'm running an illegal casino with Ray Liotta and the rest of the casino gang. I think Joe Pesci was the scariest out of that whole crew. When he stabs that dude in the trunk, that was horrifying. It's a beautiful day to stay inside, right? Because I can see outside. I don't need to go out there. So that's the viewport system, and boy, is that cool, man. I cannot wait to be able to use that feature because security cameras are very handy, but unless you're going back and somebody's already stole something, you really don't know what's going on. So now you've got 24-hour-a-day paranoid camera view just for you. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to my tiny home. You can't sneak up on me either. I know what you're doing now. Huh? Look at that. I got you at all angles, buddy. Look at how clean that picture is. It's just huge. I can't miss you. I'm gonna be sitting here doing whatever the hell it is I'm doing, and I'm gonna see you coming into my yard right there, or my cat or something. I can see everything that's going on all my cameras out there in the badass night vision views. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That looks sweet. So this is so great, man. I was really hoping to have something like this that you can just see from a mile away if you got something else going on, or you're watching a show or playing a game on the TV down on the bottom there. And check this out. Ooh, look how cool, man. You put the LEDs on the back of the TV and it just kind of sparkles against that shelf like that. That looks so cool. It shines really, really pretty. I think that looks great. And there's my cat. Merle, you want to come inside, buddy? Come on. Oh, that's my kitty. Look at all the stuff we can see up there. You see the bugs? You see any lizards up there? Look there's one right there. You see it? Nice to see you, pal. Don't go too far. It's supposed to be monsooning out there. Case in point, right there. My Kiki was right there, and maybe he was in distress. So, I mean, real time. There's Kiki right there again. Watch. Let's see if he comes up to the door. There he is, right here. Hey, buddy. There you are again. Look at you. You're gonna be a celebrity, dude. Don't go in there. You'll get electrocuted. Okay, bye. That was Merle, everybody. Check out my Instagram and you can see his one bad eye in the camera. It looks really cool. I was setting this up earlier and I saw somebody walking their dog and they were real slow, like walking across the front of the yard there. I don't know if they were peeking for packages or whatever, but man, it was very comforting to be able to just sit in here and be able to see what's going on outside. Especially with all the crap going on out there, man. I know I don't want to be out there anymore. I just like to hide in here and play video games and creep on people without them knowing I'm looking. So this equipment has been absolutely amazing. I am in love with my viewport system. I can see what traffic is coming and going. I can see my kids in the backyard playing basketball there on all the screens. I can see how dumb I look over here in the corner. So make sure to come back next week, man, because I want you to see all the crazy cool Wi-Fi capabilities that I've got now out here in the tiny house. Thank God to Ubiquiti's networking equipment. So make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification thing in the corner, because next week I'm going to be coming out here and doing some real flexing and show you how awesome this Wi-Fi equipment and its capabilities really are. I'm going to be doing some speed tests and some other stuff to just prove to you how awesome this place is, how amazing everything's going to work. It's just going to be great, man. Come back and see me. I don't want to play the movie as we're talking here. Let's do a thumbnail. There we go. Face off.